Is SmackDown getting too toxic?
Let's get into it. All right, everybody, welcome back to Post-Match Panic. We're talking Friday Night SmackDown for February 6th, 2026. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina this week on the first SmackDown after the Royal Rumble. We're here.
Big deal.
Trying to see what the fallout's going to be from the Rumble.
Everybody's hurt and sad, it seems like.
I know. Right? We just saw over the weekend, our boy, this is going back to Raw, but Braun Breaker's out for a little bit. Don't know what that's a Monday show, so we'll talk about that on Monday. But, yeah.
Poor Braun.
Crazy stuff. We'll see. All right, so we are officially on that road to WrestleMania. We have the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches starting tonight, which is going to be fun. But before we get into that, our champion, Drew McIntyre, is coming out to have some words after his blowout match with Sami Zayn to retain from the Rumble. But before he can even get out to the ring, he is attacked by Cody Rhodes.
Sure is.
Yeah, man. So Drew just gets chased out of the arena, and Cody is fired up.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, I like this side of Cody. I like when he's just pissed off at the world, and he's having to scramble. And, yeah, this is a version I really like to see.
So, okay, a question I had when I was watching this part. It seems like they're teetering him on the verge of becoming a heel, but also maybe not. Like, I'm confused by his tactics, Brian. And you've been watching longer than me, so maybe you can speak into it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. With him, they've tried this tactic in the past, because they were like all last year with the whole. He was in the ring yelling at The Rock and yelling at John Cena and all this other stuff too. He'll get fired up, but he won't go full heel. He'll just get very passionate. So we've seen this version of him in the past, but I don't know what aside from going like full Homelander and just like killing somebody, I don't know what a heel version of Cody Rhodes is going to look like.
Yeah, he said something like Raheem. What do you know what that means? It sounded like everybody had a reaction about that, and I was like, I have no idea what that means.
Nope, I have zero knowledge of what that means, of what that is. So tell us, educate us. It seemed to get a reaction online on the socials and everything, but it didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, I was very confused by it. I was like, who's Raheem?
Don't know, but
okay,
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so he comes out there, gets fired up, and then after the end of that segment, we go into our first match of the night. It starts off with a backstage segment with Julia and Kiana getting ready for their match. Kiana saying Julia is going to be a triple champion, which, she has a hard time defending one championship. How's she going to defend all three? But, we've said it before. Kiana just needs to go solo. Go on her own, let Julia be what she's going to be. I don't know.
I don't either, bro.
If we've seen anything the past couple weeks is that Kiana can hold her own by herself. Everyone's talking about it. Sports Illustrated's talking about it. The Bleacher Report says it. Let Kiana go on her own.
And if Bleacher Report says it, then it's for sure true.
Dude, that's what it is. No. But we led right into the tag title match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Do you have any thoughts on this? I know your overall feeling of the women's tag titles and the tag division.
Yeah,
but
I guess I'm interested why I feel like such an outlier for not really liking Io Sky. I don't think she's bad. Maybe it's because I don't, and this is probably really bad timing, but I guess I really struggle with some of the international wrestlers. And I don't know if it's because, and I have nothing against them,
right.
From an international standpoint at all, but it's hard for me to believe them. And I think that might be why I also don't necessarily believe in Julia, because I'm like, I don't she can't even speak English, and I mean it's fine, but I have a hard time connecting with that, and I think that there's a reason I don't connect with the Kabuki Warriors and maybe Io Sky, and I don't know. And so I feel like an outlier because I don't necessarily like Io Sky. Not that she's not a good wrestler, but I'm not that entertained when I don't connect with the wrestler. And so in my mind, it's WWE's doing really well when I'm interested. And I know that's subjective. And unfortunately, with these types of matches, I'm just not interested outside of Rhea Ripley and Kiana James at this point because she's actually crushing it.
Yeah. Well, I think I was thinking when you were saying about the not being able to connect with them. I think because part of it, there's two parts in my mind, of a good wrestler, a good superstar. Right? Is your in-ring capability, which I believe Io has. But the other half is you got to be good on the mic. And that's where some of these non-English speaking superstars struggle with. I'm not saying that they're not great, because I'm a fan of Io's in-ring capability. Like, she's awesome. But part of that connection,
doubt what her skills are there.
Oh, for sure. But part of that connection is, being good on the mic. That's, we see some of the best wrestlers that have been the most successful have the combination of those two things: your in-ring capability and you're a monster on the mic. So.
I just think the tag team situation, I know a lot of people love the tag team, where things are at with the women's tag team. And again, it comes back to I'm not connecting with much of it at all. Yeah. And I feel like an outlier, and I guess I should just be okay with that. But I don't want to don't want to just sound like a whiny guy.
Right.
But a part of me is just like, I just don't connect with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, this match, it was entertaining overall. I think especially when we got to the Rhea and Kiana segments, I think those were great. One thing I will say is I do really like Rhea and Io's double team finishers, the Riptide into the over the moonsault combo. I think that's just entertaining. That's just fun, and I think they work well together, those two moves. So, and that's end up what they use at the end to retain the championship. So, a
finisher actually finished. It's weird.
I know, yeah. So it was good, and I think this was just a way to set up the next round of challengers, because we find out later that it is going to be Nia and Lash. Going to be the next champion or the next challengers for the tag titles, challenger. Which we've been talking about this for weeks now, that this clash is going to happen. They keep interrupting matches. It is what it is. It just so happens that Kiana and Julia won that triple threat a couple weeks ago, so we got to see them first. So hopefully with that match and the Rumbles match, they'll realize that Kiana just needs to go on her own, and that tag team will no longer be a thing. So. Bye. Moving on, Bye. We get Ilya and Miz backstage. Miz telling Ilya that he talked to Aldis and said that Ilya's not going to get a shot at the tag title, and that he's shutting down the open challenge. Which, we saw this match coming up between Carmelo Hayes and the Miz. This is the first time since Sami Zayn won the U.S. Championship that it hasn't been on the line. The open challenge just wasn't a thing this week, which I missed.
I did too. That was weird.
Yeah, it's been one of the most consistent things that, Friday night, cool, we're going to get an open challenge match. We're going to get a little bit of a surprise. They've been telling stories there. And Miz coming in and kind of shutting that down. I was like, okay, hopefully this is just a one-time thing. I love the open challenge. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, though, they will run out of wrestlers.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. So
if they keep letting Carmelo retain.
Right, and that's the thing, is like, how long is Melo going to be in that mid-card championship before they move him up? We'll have to see. It's a good thing to keep it until Mania, I think. Because Mania, we see every championship on the line, so we'll see something there. I'm guessing that Mania is going to be the triple threat between Miz, Melo, and Ilya. But
that'd be good.
That'd be entertaining for sure. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. So this was a fun match. Melo and Miz were tag team partners at one point. The Melo don't Miz. So there's a lot of animosity between these two guys. They both turned on each other a few different times, so there was just a lot of power behind the shots between these two guys. It was really
You
cool.
know, the Mellow Don't Miz is so bad, it's good.
I mean, only the Miz could come up with something like that,
know.
though. I mean, let's be real.
I feel like I had just like come in during the end of that situation.
Yeah.
And then Carmelo was just kind of gone for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mellow Don't Miz.
Mellow Don't Miz.
Yeah, I think the match was actually really good. A lot of hard shots. Obviously, the Miz is like 20 years older than Carmelo Hayes is. I don't know if he's actually 20 years older, but
You can tell.
he's a little bigger, just like height wise, weight wise, and so you could see. A part of me is like, I feel like I could see Carmelo slowing down to keep the Miz in the match a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we said that last week when Miz went up against Ilya, is that the chemistry just wasn't as there. It was a slower, more methodical match. And,
Yeah.
you know, I think it is because, you know, Miz is older. Miz isn't in the ring as much, you know, like he's focusing more on Hollywood stuff. That he, like, keeping up with the young guns like Ilya and like Melo, it's harder to do, so they have to slow down to him, which, you know,
Yeah.
it works. It's just when we see Ilya and Melo go at it week after week and we see just the high flying and the huge shots and, like, the quickness of both those men, it's hard to see that slowed down. So,
Yeah.
Melo did end up countering the skull crushing finale, going straight into a first 48, which is entertaining. I love the first 48.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Yeah, it's a good finisher. It's on my list of top 10. Like we'll do our top 10 moves at some point, our top 10 finishers. I think that one will make the list at some point. So
Yeah. No, it was good.
but yeah, Melo did get the win. Again, the championship was not on the line, so just a momentum building thing, a statement making win. So, yeah, I think, like I said, I think there is going to be a triple threat between the three of these guys at some point. Possibly Mania, possibly Chamber. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm here for it.
Yep. Moving on to the next segment backstage. Jesse, what time is it?
TV time!
Tiffany Stratton is back. It is good to have her back.
Oh, so good.
She is in one of the Elimination Chamber qualifier match tonight. With the woman who comes in trying to intimidate her, Chelsea Green, as well as
Chelsea so much.
Lash Legend. Yeah, Chelsea and Tiffany I think they have good chemistry. I think they're similar and different in very unique ways.
Yes.
Which makes for good banter between the two of them. So.
Yeah.
So before we get into the triple threat, we did have a promo from Bo Dallas, talking about that lantern once again. I feel like, though, you know, we've talked about the inconsistencies and how these don't really hit. This one, we found out as the show went on, this one hit, I think.
Tell me why, Brian.
Well, because he calls out Solo for being scared of being alone. And that fear shows up when you're all alone. Those were his quotes. Like, he took the lantern to feel like he had something to hold on to because he was scared of being alone. Which we found out later on that night, and we'll talk about it, before his triple threat match, he was looking for his family. He had no idea where everyone is, and you could kind of see the little bit of a panic on his face, which fed into the match, I believe, at some point. So, I feel like...
where's my family at?
Yeah.
I'm like, are they your family? Is JC Mateo your family?
No, man. You're not even from the same island. But anyway, so we had that little promo there. Again, at the time, we're like, okay, cool. Another little Wyatt thing. But, you know, it is what it is. But we moved into the first Elimination Chamber qualifying match for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Lash Legend versus Chelsea Green versus Tiffany Stratton. I love qualifying matches. I think they're fun. The only thing I don't like about what they've done with these triple threats, and they did this for like the, I think the John Cena tournament or whatever else they've been doing for triple threats, there's no weapons. Even though there's no DQ, they don't bring out any weapons at all.
What's that? Is that like normal to bring out weapons during a triple threat?
Well, I would assume if there's no DQ, you can't be disqualified, that everything's on the line. So why not get a chair? Why not get a kendo stick? You know, why not throw out a table every now and again? Like, I would expect to see something like that. But
that's interesting.
I had the thought during the men's match. I was like, okay, and we'll talk about it more. But there's like there could be interferences, there could be weapons, there could be all this stuff that they just don't do. Which, I don't understand.
I would like to see a kendo stick.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to go full like stacking the tables, but give me a chair. Give me a stick.
Give me a stick. Give me a chair. I mean, I'd love to see Lash Legend go through 2 tables.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We don't want to hurt Tiffany though.
No, she's already been hurt.
Or Chelsea, but I think that did end up happening.
Well, did she come out with a broken nose? I don't know.
No, but she effed up her ankle.
Yeah, I did see that. This match was fun. I will say there were some sloppy moments in the match. You could tell that it's been a while since Tiffany's been in a live match. But aside from that, Lash is coming out of a powerhouse appearance at the Rumble with the most eliminations. She's just, they seem to be pushing her a lot, which is great. Push her by yourself. That's fine. Change her character. I don't like her character, but, let her just be the powerhouse woman that she is. That's great.
I like her better without Nia. That's for sure.
Yeah. Nia was on the outside, so we knew that with no DQ that there possibly could be some interference, which there ended up being. Nia did break up Chelsea's potential win, which was really close. It was like 2.5, but you could tell during that they were trying to get Chelsea in position to be pulled out of the ring by Nia. That was pretty obvious there. So it's one of those little sloppynesses. But
there's quite a few things like that. I feel like the whole SmackDown was full of these types of little oopsies. That's usually either covered by a well-timed camera shot transition or different things that we don't typically always see in the TV production, but we were.
Well, I mean, because we know to look for some things like that, like those are the things that being in the production side of things, we can see where those edits happen. So.
It's a curse.
It is.
It's a curse sometimes. I wish I could just sit back and just blissfully enjoy and not notice anything except for the fun, entertaining things.
Yeah, and that's like because I hear so many audio things. Like there have been times where I'll hear either a director or something in the mic, like or maybe it's the guy at the cameraman or something. I can hear somebody giving directions there, and I'm just like, what's happening?
Well, because you listen with headphones on most of the time, right?
Most of the time, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't catch that. I should probably start listening with headphones on though.
AirPods with the Apple TV, man, it works out great.
I know. I never get to watch my Apple TV on my regular TV anymore. It's just taken over by my family. Just Danny Go and Mr. Beast and
anyway. Tiffany,
carry on, Brian.
Tiffany with the prettiest moonsault ever, which is a very pretty moonsault, and it stacks up well because she hits the ropes each time, so it's prettiest moonsault ever, and then she gets and hits the win. She looked great throughout the match, aside from those little things here and there. A few different times, potential wardrobe malfunction on Tiffany's part. She's known for that, but
I think she enjoys it a little bit.
I mean, let's be real, we all do. So Tiffany is the first woman to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. We have 5 more women to qualify, which we'll find out in the upcoming weeks. And moving on. Randy Orton backstage, getting ready for his qualifying match. Aleister Black and him exchange some words. Zelina, who is literally a quarter of his size, looks up at Randy and gives him a look. And he should have just patted her on the head. That would have been funny. Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Well, and this is like the first time we're seeing them since he got thrown through a window of an ambulance, right?
I believe, since that ambulance match. I think you're right.
At the end of last year, earlier this year, I don't remember when it was, but it's been a while.
Aleister wasn't in the Rumble, was he? I don't know.
No, he was not.
Okay, yeah.
No.
So I know Selena was, but Alistair was not. So yeah, this is the first time we've seen him, I guess. So
Yeah.
Okay, our next segment, Kit Wilson, the man, the myth, the legend. I want to know your thoughts on his new song because it is blowing up all of my socials right now.
Okay, so your socials are different than my socials. So it's not blowing up on my end, but I did watch the CVV interview with Kit Wilson and him. And it was cool to hear the process of how they came to that song, which was like basically Kit coming around saying like, I like this. There's this Charlie XCX song that I like, and I want to incorporate this thing. And, you know, and he's like, it was a lot of work. And I'm kind of wondering if, did Def Rebel make that? I think they did.
I don't know, but I mean,
they did.
Okay.
They did.
But the fact that he had so much input on it.
And I'm just wondering, like, could they all be bangers if the wrestlers cared?
I mean,
because Kit Wilson cared, and look at this thing. It's taken off.
Joe Hendry as well.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry's music topped charts when he was making his big run last year.
Exactly.
So
I'm like, okay, maybe we shouldn't give Def Rebel too much heat, because it's like, well, if they don't have much to go on, you would hope that they can still make some bangers. But I'm sure having the actual wrestler and their character involved in the creative process, saying, here's what I like, here's what I love, here's what I want to do, and then it being that involved in the producing of the song, I think it's just way more impactful. So yeah, it makes sense that it's doing so well, and it's so damn catchy.
It really is catchy, and I think that's the big thing. I really enjoy it every time it comes on. It bops. Like my daughter likes it. We'll play it in the car sometimes on the way home from school. So it's a lot of fun. But our boy Kit Wilson, the true real man who moisturizes and listens. Called out all of the toxic men at the Royal Rumble. Everyone toxic, and he's even got the crowd like into it. Toxic. It's
so good, dude. It's so good, dude.
It has gotten popular so fast, and I hope it's not a flash in the pan thing. Like, I think this is good. He was part of Pretty Deadly. With the injuries that happened there, he's had to go on his own. I think this is the best outcome for him right now. Hopefully we'll see. It would be really cool to see kind of this character go back to Pretty Deadly at some point and kind of like restructure that once he comes back. But but for right now, we get the feminist who is calling out all of the toxic men. Anyone who is in the Rumble, he calls out to challenge him, and the lights go out. And the big man on campus, Oba Femi, coming out, the ruler, the biggest man coming out, and they waste no time. And just as Oba squashed the War Raiders on Monday night, Oba comes out and just destroys Kit Wilson. Did you see how high he tossed him over his head? Like, he just picked him up and just threw him, and then just the look on his face. I love Oba's reactions to all of that. We haven't even seen him cut a full promo yet on a show.
Yeah, he hasn't even gotten on a mic.
No, he just comes out and just lays waste to everybody and walks out.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just pure intimidation at this point.
Oh, man.
Will he be the first like omni wrestler between two shows? He just goes back wherever the need is, he goes and he meets it.
Yeah, I don't know,
because that's what a good ruler does.
I mean, that is true. I don't think they've ever done that outside of the tag teams. When they were unified, they would do that, and the women's obviously go back and forth. But I don't think they've had a singles competitor go back and forth like that, because he's still technically a free agent. I have a feeling
he hasn't signed.
I have a feeling after these two showings, we're going to see that storyline play out next week between the two shows. So it'll be interesting to see his interactions with Aldis and Adam Pearce. Yeah. If he's not in jail.
Okay, so where do you want him to land, though? Where would you want Oba to land based on what we've seen so far, Brian?
I would say it makes sense from a logistics standpoint to have him go to Raw, just because we have some of the other NXT call-ups already in SmackDown.
Okay.
Because that's where Trick landed. We had Oba, and then Javon.
Javon landed there.
Javon is in SmackDown.
Did he land there?
No, Javon is...
I thought Javon was Raw.
Javon is
Maybe
Raw.
not. Okay.
Because... I could be wrong. I don't.
But Jordynne Grace is also in SmackDown.
Jordynne Grace is in SmackDown, yeah, and I think she's the only woman that's gotten called up right now, because we're still waiting to see what happens with Sol Ruka and JC Jane. I don't know. Sol and Zarya are fighting it out down in NXT. They're having their breakup, so we'll see what happens, because they just lost a big match this last week. So and
I want Oba to go to SmackDown.
Okay, why? Who do you want him to see?
Well, I think he needs to get to the point where he's going to fight McIntyre at Rumble. I think he's like kind of a sleeper for that.
Okay.
I think there's a lot that's going to happen with that title between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah, agreed.
And so can Drew hold it all the way to WrestleMania? I think they will try, but I'm also just curious if they're going to do some back and forth stuff with it before.
Yeah.
And then maybe, I don't know. You just can't. I don't know how you can make Oba a mid-carder.
No, you can't. I mean, they've already teased that him and Brock Lesnar are going to go against each other, which Brock is technically SmackDown, I think.
Yeah, he's only shown up on SmackDown at this point, I think.
Okay, maybe.
In the 3 times outside of Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to keep track of all that. But yeah, I mean, like he's got to go up against the top guys. He's got to. I mean, we already saw him against Brock. We've seen him against Cody before, which was an awesome match. I think that would be a great match. Him against Jacob Fatu would be awesome.
Yep.
Randy Orton would be amazing. Trying to think who are the big dudes on Raw that we could see.
You mean Roman Reigns?
Well, that he's SmackDown.
No, not anymore.
Has he officially come back to Raw?
Well, he said he's fighting for the
that's true.
World Heavyweight Championship. Okay. So I'd assume he's going to be moving with the Monday Night Raw crew.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think him against CM Punk would be entertaining, because he'd just be beating up an old man at that point. But yeah, Roman Reigns, I think that'd be fun.
I love it,
dude. Yeah,
I love watching CM Punk get beat up.
It's so good. It's so fun. But I mean, you're right. Like, Oba cannot sit in the mid card. Like, he's already at that high end. Don't give him the belt right away, but view him right. They can't fumble this. They have to play it right. Let him work his way up from the mid card up, and I think he'll definitely be in a chamber. I think he will be at the chamber.
Yeah.
We'll see him probably in the next couple weeks in a qualifying match. But I think this match, or this showing between him and Kit, I think was good for both characters. You know, Kit got to do his stuff in the ring. He got to do his entrance. He got to, get the crowd into the whole toxic chant and everything there. I think it was really good. And then, of course, you have Oba coming out squashing somebody who, isn't necessarily a jobber, in my opinion. But, it's not like Akira Tozawa was last year. But,
right.
It's someone that, he could just throw around and make his presence known. I mean, I love his fall from grace powerbomb. But I think it did elevate both men, and I think it was what they needed to do. So I think
it was a great segment.
Yeah,
great match.
Technically a match, but it was a match.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't like what it was on Raw Raw, where it wasn't a match. He just interrupted, but this was an actual match.
The bell rang.
The bell rang. He is 1-0 on SmackDown. That's all we need to know.
That's exactly right.
Okay, moving on. We had R-Truth and Damian backstage. R-Truth seeing Oba's destruction stands for, Oba stands for, oh my goodness, he's eating people. I laughed so hard at that. Oh man, Truth is just a gem. I love Truth so much.
This is why our Truth needs to be on the television every single week,
and
not every third week,
and not Ron Killings like they tried to make him like this hardcore character. Keep him as our Truth, like that's it.
He's our Truth. And then just like I know the history, I don't know fully the history between him and Damian, but I know he was trying to get into Judgment Day for a long time.
He was, man. He was in Judgment Day. He kicked JD McDonough out.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting, like knowing a little bit of that, even though like I wasn't there for it, and just kind of seeing those two interact. You could tell they have a good time together.
You have to go back and watch that, like those segments. It was so fun, dude. I loved it. And then we had Drew McIntyre come in and shoulder check Truth. Damian gets in Drew's face saying he's got enough problems, doesn't need another one, because Drew just is getting hit, man, tonight. So Drew, we follow him back out to the ring. He tries to come out a second time to say what he needs to say, and he makes it to the ring this time. But lo and behold, the Samoan werewolf attacks him again, the other half. Oh. Drew just can't get it, man. He gets chased out of the ring once again, chased out of the arena again, while Fatu is just laying waste to all the security. And backstage,
so good to see.
Dude, yeah, Jacob Fatu is needed in this whole situation. Like, keep him on his own. They were so smart breaking him away from Solo, because he got way more popular than Solo.
Yep.
During all of that, and
how do you think Solo feels about that? Like,
I don't know. Frick? I mean, Solo is like we've said it. He needs to go solo. I mean, that's just what it is.
100%.
I think if he made a singles run by himself, I think he would be more of a threat. I don't know how long he's been on the main roster, because when I started watching, he was just Roman's enforcer, and he was the lowest on the totem pole behind Jimmy and Jay. And then we had Solo there.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this after the next match. But just the makeup of the factions, I have some thoughts on that. So,
okay.
After we had Fatu laying waste to everybody, he goes backstage, and we see Aldis telling Fatu to go home and qualify next week if he wants to get his hands on Drew, just like he told Cody to. Which we found out later that Cody and Fatu are in the same qualifying match next week. That's going to be entertaining. So only one will survive.
That's right.
So, all right, but that'll be next week. Our next match.
But you know that if whoever loses, it don't matter, because they're going to find a way.
They'll find a way. I mean, just like how Seth Rollins and Punk, and they found a way last year with John Cena, like they'll figure it out.
They'll find a way. Yep. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Our next match was one that's been teased for a few weeks: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Tama Tonga. So they talked about it a little bit. These guys do have history in Japan, which we assumed as they've been teasing this for the few weeks. But again, that's something that we haven't been aware of. We haven't seen.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that those rivalries being brought over to the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
These matches are fun, and I like Shinsuke matches because there are a lot of like striking, a lot of punches, a lot of kicks, a lot more of that martial arts style in the WWE, which is fun. And then having that style go against someone like Tama, I think they work well together, and you can kind of see that these guys do have history and do have chemistry together throughout this match.
Yeah, they've clearly fought many times before.
Yeah. I will say that I liked Tama Tonga more when they leaned more into that feral side. You know, when he was kind of like that hyena, like the yeah like thing that he was doing before.
I don't think I ever saw any of that.
Remember that at all?
When was he doing that?
I mean, that was before. I mean, maybe that was before Mania when you started watching last year. I don't know.
The only thing I know of the Tonga Boys or whatever they are is as MFT members.
Interesting. Okay, so this was before you then.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to go back and watch some of that. But yeah, he was more of that like feral dog that was Solo's boy. And this is what I wanted to talk about, like the makeup of the MFTs.
Yeah.
I feel like they all struggle with individual identity, right? Like they're all the same guy, you know. You throw, except for Tala Tonga, obviously, because he's tall, you know.
Yeah, he's 7 feet tall.
He's a big dude. But the rest of the guys, they're just generic dudes. I feel like if they all had their individual identities, like I was saying, like give Tama Tonga his feralness back, like make him your feral dog. You know, Tongaloa, we don't know much about his character at all because he doesn't do anything. But like give him kind of like what's his role in the mafia? What's his role in the mob? Is he the enforcer? Is he the money guy? Is he the talker? Like what is he? Because aside from...
Yeah, there's no distinction at all. You're right. And there's no connection because they all just are weird background extras in Solo's weird faction.
Yeah. Like...
This isn't a family. There's no... I don't... It's just dudes that paint their faces in a weird way.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they need to push, like invest in the story of these guys and create actual characters rather than just kind of generic Samoans doing stuff. So I don't know.
There are so many comments and threads on Reddit about what the heck is happening with the MFTs. Like, what's the point? Yeah. Like, everybody's starting to get to a point where it's like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And we'll see. Maybe when they wrap up the whole Wyatt MFT thing, we'll see something happen there. But again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's gonna make Solo go solo, but we'll talk about that later. But this match, again, like I said, it was fun. It was good, entertaining for sure. I think the most creative thing I saw was the flying elbow while Shinsuke was draped over the announce desk. You don't usually see people like laying off of the desk.
Right.
And it was cool to see
that was pretty wild.
There, so yeah,
that was pretty wild for sure.
Yeah. But ends up the numbers game. Of course, if you have people on the outside, you know they're gonna work to their favor. So Tongaloa cheap shot Shinsuke while the ref's back is turned to JC Mateo, allowing Tama to hit his finishing move, the cutthroat, for the pin. So I have a feeling we'll see a little bit more of this rivalry happen, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Moving on, we had a few back-to-back backstage segments before we got to Liv Morgan. So we had Fraxium and then the return of Motor City Machine Guns, who we haven't seen in a while. And then we had Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae backstage. There is history between Johnny and the Motor City Machine Guns. They came up together in a long way. But Johnny is just in a depressed heap, just laying down flat on his face on a desk or on a cart. Candice says
he's just a sad boy.
He's a sad boy. He lost his mask, man. That was just it.
Wasn't even his to lose. Like,
no,
it wasn't even his.
No. So I mean, I don't know what they're doing there, but like, okay, cool.
I think he's just really sad that Tommaso Ciampa is now a champion in AEW.
That is true. Yeah, I did see that review. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling. We'll see what happens there. But Candice begs the Motor City Machine Guns to talk to Johnny because, again, like I said, they were friends back in the day. But they refuse because Johnny turned on them so many times. And then they just kind of walked away.
Was he a machine gun from the Motor City as well?
No. I don't know. Like, I just know they...
Was he a part of the original machine gun faction or whatever they're called?
I don't know. He was just a semi-auto at one point.
Okay. So. He was... Yeah, he just... He couldn't go full auto.
No, couldn't. It was 3-round burst at best.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. You can just
poor Candice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to pick her man up by the bootstraps and then get that next tag team matches going. So.
Yes. Let's see it, WWE.
Let's see it. Then we go straight to Rhea and Io backstage talking about their win. And then this is where we get confirmation that Nia and Lash are going to be their next challengers for the tag titles.
Yeah.
And then we see Liv and Raquel walk by, kind of giving them a look, like, you know, maybe we're coming after those titles again. But we, again, don't know what the situation is between Raquel and Liv at this point.
They kind of alluded to it until they didn't. And that was weird to me.
Yeah. Oh, man. But before we get to Liv Morgan coming out in the ring, we got a little interlude between with Kit Wilson after getting destroyed by Oba Femi. Walks back, approaches Matt Cardona.
Look, protein bar with abs.
Yes,
bro.
looking like a protein bar with abs. I don't know if it's Kit Wilson coming up with these. I love it. More of it. Bring it on.
He has to be the guy that is doing all that. There's no other way around it.
It looked like they were breaking at that point when he calls them that. But the protein bar with abs, awesome. Love it. Keep it going. Bring it on. I love Kit Wilson more and more each week.
Oh my god!
And then we saw Apollo Crews.
So good. Yeah, so Apollo Crews, I didn't know anything about Apollo Crews until like a week ago when I watched a main event on YouTube.
Yeah.
Main events are filmed before Monday Night Raw, and then they show, it's usually like 2 or 3 matches at the most. There's almost no, what's it called? Promo. There's no promos. Yeah. It's just straight up wrestling, and a lot of it's the people that don't get the airtime on the weekly shows. So that was my first intro to Apollo Crews. I don't know what his backstory is, but he was there.
Yeah, he's been around.
With Matt Cardona.
Yeah. So those matches are typically called dark matches, just ones that are done at the arena but aren't televised. So you'll see a lot of those kind of things happen. Sometimes they'll do championship matches and whatnot. But again, it's more for those people who don't get as much screen time, which is good. Awesome. Keep them fresh. But Apollo Crews goes in and out. We'll see him for a bit, and then he'll go away. Then he'll come back for a bit, and then he'll go away. So I think we're in one of those seasons where he is back. So
yep.
Then we get our girl Liv Morgan, our Royal Rumble Women's Champion, in the ring, walking in with Raquel, who she did eliminate at the Rumble. And you can kind of I felt tension, but again, we don't know what they're gonna do until we did. We got our Liv decided to quote Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility.
Thanks, Uncle Ben.
Yep. And then addresses her elimination of Raquel. And then as soon as she starts to talk about it, Raquel takes the mic and says, no, I want to talk about it. And then as soon as she starts, we get Jade Cargill coming out.
Yep.
So the Storm is coming in to not defend her title again. And she comes back. Like, I wrote this down in my notes. Jade, the meme of like the guy who's just like poking something on the ground with a stick saying, do something?
Do something?
Like,
yes.
That's how I feel about Jade Cargill. It's like, do something.
Somebody do something. It's not her fault.
We did find out later on tonight, we are actually going to get something out of Jade, which is nice. But for
first time in
I know.
Almost 100 days. I think it'll be over 100 days.
Probably.
She hasn't defended her title in 100 days.
But for right now, she comes out and starts talking to Liv and Stephanie about, hey, Liv says that she could have let Stephanie go, that she could choose Stephanie and let Raquel go after Jade, and then they could both come out champions. There's that. And then we get the Juggernaut Jordynne Grace coming out saying, no.
She on that Juggernaut juice, bro.
Dude, she's on that mega Juggernaut juice. They all started jabbering back and forth, and then we got the double.
Shut up, bitch!
Between Jade and Jordynne together.
Dude, that was so great.
That was good. But
I need to go back and just watch that part.
I know. Yeah. And of course, Nick Aldis is already out there. So his big thing is if you have time to come on my show, you can fight.
Talk.
So we're setting this up, and you can kind of see it going down this path that we were going to get this tag match. Now, that led right into this next tag match. It's always fun to see enemies tagging together. So Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill have been going at it for the past few weeks, Jordynne's been trying to get Jade to defend the championship against her, and now they're tag team partners together. So
I think this situation makes sense, and I liked it.
Yeah. I think it was good. You have two of the most powerful women on SmackDown going up against an established team between Liv and Raquel. They have been champions together. They do work together. They may not be on the same page right now, but they are
definitely not on the same page right now, Brian.
Well, especially after this match.
Yeah.
So you could just see that Jordynne was just manhandling Liv throughout that match. The power dynamic between the four of them was just totally one-sided.
Yeah.
And you could see the tension even between Jordynne and Jade. Like, they were hesitant to tag each other. They each wanted to get the win. Jordynne, more than anything, just wanted to make sure that she was the one who got the win, which did end up happening because Raquel and Jade were facing off, and with Jordynne still being the legal combatant, was able to get the roll up on Raquel and get the pin.
Yep.
So, yeah, we still don't know who Liv's going to choose between the two champions, but we do know that the tensions are rising between Liv and Raquel, and so I think, we could see Raquel going into an Elimination Chamber qualifier, and if she wins, that their dream could still come true between the two of them.
Yeah.
But I still have a feeling we're going to see them face off at some point. I don't know.
I hope so. It only makes sense.
True.
At this point, the elephant in the room is still an elephant in the room, and they have yet to actually address it.
Yep.
On purpose, I think, obviously. But, it needs to happen at some point. And I'm okay with it needs to take a little bit of time, but they also can't act for weeks that it didn't happen.
Right.
And right now, we're weeks into it acting like it kind of didn't happen.
Well, it was just last week, so it's because she's been on multiple shows, which is why she's getting more airtime, which is why it feels longer. So we'll see what happens on the Fallout on Monday. So we did get all this setting up the championship match between Jordynne and Jade, so we're finally going to see that come to fruition, which will be fun. And then moving on, we have Sami Zayn backstage, who looks like a sad little puppy.
Oh no!
He doesn't know
poor
what
Sammy. Not. Who cares?
And throughout this whole segment, his facial expression didn't change. Rey Fenix tries to come in and cheer him up. Trick Williams saying that Sammy's the guy who gets to the playoffs but can't get the ring. I think he called him Charles Barkley. Just a shot across the bow.
Him and them lemon pepper steppers.
The lemon pepper steppers. So we'll see a match most likely between Rey and Trick. I can't remember if that was confirmed for next week or not, but I'm sure we'll see that happening.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm. Go ahead.
Real quick, just to say this. Rey Fenix has done a lot of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was in Saudi.
Yep.
Then I think he was in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Was he in Philly?
No, because he's a SmackDown guy. I don't think he was in Philly.
So then he was in Mexico City on Saturday.
Okay.
So he went from Saudi to Charlotte to Mexico City in like a week.
Yeah.
Because he was in AAA over on Saturday over the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how these guys do all that travel. I mean, they're not flying coach, but, still. That
we know of. Maybe not. Well, I don't know. Some of these mid-carders.
Yeah. The time stuff has got to mess with them hard.
I can only imagine. What is time? Okay, continue. Sorry,
I don't know. It is what it is.
Note.
No, that's for sure. These guys do work. I mean, it's not just them. The commentators do too. I know Corey Graves is doing the same thing. Like, he's all over the place too because he's the voice of AAA for the American broadcast. So good on those guys. I couldn't do it. All right, third time's a charm for Drew McIntyre. He tries once again to say something. He doesn't even bother coming down the ramp this time. He just gets up right on the announce table. Yep. And it says Cody and Jacob should be disqualified from the Elimination Chamber qualifiers for attacking him throughout the night. And it goes on to say that what happened to Sammy will happen to whoever he faces. He's just going to squash anyone. He starts talking about Roman's and CM Punk segment on Monday night. He slams Punk for calling WWE title second to the heavyweight title, which typically it's viewed is the other way around. The WWE title is the title.
Yep.
And then he slams Roman for taking the easier opponent. He's like, I wouldn't want to go against me, so you made the right call, sir. I mean, Drew being Drew, he's the heel. Like, he's great. Yeah. He's awesome on the mic. Yeah. He's one of those guys that we were talking about earlier that is awesome in the ring and is a beast on the mic. So I think, he's easy to connect with, and he's just great as a heel. So
loving it.
And then we get Whoop That Trick coming out as Drew's wrapping up.
Whoop that trick, bro.
Talking about how he's going to take his lemon, pepper, steppers into the ring and win the Elimination Chamber and go after Drew. And Drew claps back saying, if you interrupt me again, I'm going to take those lemon, pepper, steppers and stick them where the sun don't shine. So,
gosh, so good.
It's good. I love it.
And it's always fun watching Trick be like, oh,
maybe I'm not all that.
Well, it's like I'm playing I'm in the big leagues now. I'm not just the big dog in middle school anymore. I graduated.
I'm a freshman now. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a great analogy.
Yeah, he's like, oh shoot, my stuff doesn't work here, and I love the expression on his face as he's figuring this out in real time.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then for our main event of the night, we have our men's Elimination Chamber triple threat qualifier between Randy Orton, Solo Sikoa, and Aleister Black. Solo Sikoa coming out without his family, scrambling, looking for him, grabbing that lantern, holding on tightly to it because he's afraid of the dark. So this is where I was saying it was tying in well with Bo Dallas's promo earlier in the night. So I feel like, for me anyway, from a storytelling perspective, this is the kind of turn that like it actually did something. So hopefully from a storytelling perspective, they do something. I was waiting for like Bo Dallas to maybe make an appearance during this match, or like something happening to where it alluded to that. But they did get the little screen flicker of the logo as he was going out, which
I did see that,
which was cool. So going into this match, I was like, okay, Randy has to take this. I mean, he's the clear favorite between the three of these guys. It's Randy freaking Orton. We did get tricked.
You can't just keep losing all the time, right?
No, I mean, he was even said it was like his 10th Elimination Chamber or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was right going into it. Like, he did end up being the one to win the match. But we did get Trick Williams at ringside. I assumed he was going to factor into the match somehow. Again, this is one of those things where it was like, it's a triple threat. There's no DQ. Why not lean into some of that a little bit? No weapons, no interference, nothing.
Because I think WWE's like, we have way too many people injured. We gotta like,
it could be.
Let's reel it back.
Yeah. I will say, and maybe you can think of someone different. I think Randy has the most moves that he quote unquote has to hit in every match.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that power slam onto the announce desk that he just does to everybody. His scoop snap power slam. His scoop slam, yeah. His draping DDT, the vintage Orton, and then, of course, the RKO. RKO. Like, I feel like anytime you see a Randy match, you know you're going to see those four moves. Yeah. And I can't think of anyone else who, like, has to hit at that many, like, has that many signature moves.
John Cena was probably the next best.
Well, other than the 5-knuckle shuffle and his
attitude
adjustment, that's two.
Yeah,
but like that.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got their moves, but yeah, I think Randy's just so well known that his are so well known that you gotta see him
for sure.
You gotta see him.
So, I mean, again, it's a triple threat. Triple threats are always fun. Solo tries to mock Randy with his move and ends up paying for it. And then, Aleister Black did his thing. He really didn't factor into the match too much.
Yeah, but he was wrestling fodder.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what it was. Solo gearing up for his Samoan Spike after a round of RKOs. And then out of nowhere, Randy RKO Solo, getting the pin, and he is the first man to qualify. So that's the card for the night. We had a couple qualifiers. That's just what it's going to be for the next up until Chambers. We're going to have qualifiers every week, at least one, maybe two, as we lead up to it. We'll see how the rest goes. As we wrap up the show, we like to talk about our botch and our pop of the week. I think for me, my botch of the week, nothing super crazy. I think just the sloppiness in the women's triple threat was the only thing. I mean, nothing crazy stood out.
Yeah,
but
same.
I think just those little sloppiness here and there. So
I think the only other botch for me is like, I think they're misusing Zelina as Aleister Black's, like, obviously they're married.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. His entrance is now weird to me with her like snaking around on the ground and stuff. I don't like it.
Well,
I call it a botch.
Yeah, it's just that new the couple that got released, and there was a whole thing right as Aleister was coming in. Scarlett and was the woman's name, but I can't remember the guy's name. But they're kind of the new version of that. So anyway, my pop of the week, I like Drew getting attacked every time he tried to say something was just funny. Like, it was entertaining. I thought it was great. I thought it was good storytelling throughout the night, and they capped it off really well. So
everything Kit Wilson did was my pop.
Yeah,
especially the "you're a protein bar with abs" line. In the back while he's nursing his wounds. Please don't screw up Kit Wilson.
Nope, let him cook. Keep diving into him, but let him cook and just let him have fun. So, I'm really looking forward to the Cody Rhodes Fatu Sami Zayn qualifier next week. I think just having Cody Rhodes and Fatu in the same match is going to be good. And if Sami Zayn, isn't just going to be fodder for the two of them, let him light a fire. But I think that's what I'm most excited for next week.
I don't care about Sami Zayn. I don't know why he's in this match, Brian. Anybody else could be in this. I think there's a lot going on in SmackDown, and that 3 hours is really doing some work right now, and I like it.
Yep, super smart move by them. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for our episode today. If you disagreed with anything we said, you are most likely correct, because what do we know? Educate us in the comments. We might read them. We might respond. Who knows? We'll see. We got to get some comments first. But drop them in there. We'll see how it goes. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.